Hey everybody, welcome back to the wood shop.
For the past several years, we have been storing our shoes on a cheap metal shoe rack. And so today we want to give our shoe storage an upgrade by building a wooden shoe bench.
Now we've got some wood laid out here. We have a 2x6, 8 foot long. We got a 1x10 that's 10 feet long and some other 2x6 scraps here. So let's go ahead and cut this up and get started.
All right, the first thing we're going to do is cut the lengths of the boards for the frame of this shoe bench. Now we were pretty fortunate. We had some scrap 2x6 left over. We're going to cut a couple of 8-inch boards out of this, and we'll rip them up into the number of boards we need later. Then we've got these two boards, and we are going to cut 20-inch sections off of each of these. We have a brand new 2x6 sitting over there on the workbench, and we're going to cut two 34-inch lengths off of that.
And now we're going to take everything that was just cut on the miter saw, rip off the edges, cut them in half. Everything will be 2.5 inches wide, all except for one of the 34-inch pieces, and it will be 2 inches.
All right, before we assemble the frame for this shoe bench, we're going to sand everything with some 120 grit. We've got 7 boards that are 8 inches. We've got 4 that are 20 inches, 2 that are 2.5 by 34, and 1 that's 2 inches by 34 inches. Let's get all of these sanded and we'll put them together. Before we put all of these pieces together, we are going to drill some pocket holes, a couple on each end of the 8-inch boards and a couple on each end of these 34-inch boards. So let's do that and we'll start building. All right, it's time to start constructing the frame for this bench. And this is what each side will look like. These are the legs, and you can see here in these gaps, that's where our shelves are going to go for all our shoes. So we're going to make 2 assemblies just like this, and then we'll construct the rest of the frame.
Now for this, we're going to be using some wood glue and 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. And you can see this is really tight, so we're going to have to use a 90-degree driver attachment to get some of these in here.
All right, now that the base is built for our shoe bench, we're going to cut this 1x10 board into three 39-inch sections.
Now it's time to rip those 3 sections of 1x10 we just cut. We need 6 strips that are 2 inches wide. That'll be for the shoe shelves. 3 strips that are 3 inches wide. That'll be for the seat because it's wider than the shelves. Alright, before we go any farther, we thought we would show you what we have so far. This is the base, it's all put together, and we've got all of our slats laying over here, cut and sanded, and ready to go. It's time to move on to the next step.
That's right, we're in the home stretch, and so the next thing we're going to do before we put it all together is apply the finish. Now we're doing a two-tone combination, it's one of our favorites. We're going to be staining the base in white with a solid color stain, and then the slats will be in Mission Oak. It's a polyshade stain with the finish and, or the stain I should say, and polyurethane in one step, so it makes it super easy. So let's get to staining. right, we've let all of these pieces sit overnight and dry, and it's time to assemble our shoe bench.
We're going to do that with wood glue and 2-inch brad nails. Alright, it's done. We have ourselves a new shoe bench, and this will be the first thing you see when you walk through our front door.
That's right. Like I said earlier in this video, we have been using the same cheap metal shoe rack for many, many years, and this is going to give our entryway a nice upgrade.
We used one 1x10 and two 2x6s. That's the materials it took to build this. Cost for that somewhere between $35 and $40.
We did a quick search on Google, and you can like take a picture of something and do a quick search on it. So that's what we did, just to see what this might bring. On Etsy, they're running anywhere between $150 and $250. And on sites like Wayfair, we found something very similar that retailed at $400.
Now, we modeled this after the same style as the bathroom shelf we built. If you want to check that video out, please make sure you do so.
If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It's right down there, real fast, won't take you long at all. And don't miss a video right here on Wood Songs by Russell. We're also out on Facebook and have a website. It's www.woodsongsbyrussell.com. Thanks again for joining us today. As always, happy woodworking!